We're ready for Northwest Region play, the semifinals. Northwest Ada Little League from Boise, Idaho, taking on Garden City Little League from Missoula, Montana.
A summer of softball continues.
You can smile, it's okay, we are too.
Playing for each other.
What a slide getting under the tag.
Playing for their hometown.
Catch made on the run. Defense on display. Wow.
Every game, a chance to advance.
Smoke softball up the middle.
Wins it on a walk-off in the ninth.
An experience they'll never forget.
To left field, and it's gone. Swing and a miss to end this one.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're in sunny San Bernardino as we take a look at the map. The U.S. map zooming in to the Northwest region. 6 teams started, and now we're down to 3 for the right to go to Greenville, North Carolina. Let's take a look at the Northwest region bracket, showing what has transpired so far. A championship berth is on the line for the winner of this one. The Snohomish Little Leaguers for Washington already in the game, coming up Thursday on ESPN. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside the national champion pitcher, the Olympian Danielle Lori. Glad you're with us. Resilient teams here. It's been a great brand of softball here in San Bern.
Yeah, both these two teams have faced some adversity this week. They've had some big wins. So I think for today, you're getting a chance to punch your ticket to a regional final. So much on the line. Couldn't be more excited to see these two teams square off.
What Idaho has is one of the hottest hitters in this region, and that is Berkeley Cook.
Oh, I mean, she's cooking right now. You got to look at what she's been able to do throughout this tournament. She has really stood out, and she's someone that you're going to look for today to be able to continue her momentum. In the last 2 games, 4 for 6, a couple doubles, 3 RBIs, and she has this intimidating presence when she steps in the box. She is a key piece to their offensive success if they want to win today.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster for Idaho. Lights out against Colorado, struggles against Washington.
Yeah, and like I said, you got to look at both these 2 games for what they are. Really kind of ride the high of that Colorado. You want to just put in the rear view against Washington, go into today with a completely different mentality.
And they're going to be facing an ace in Everly Swanson. Really sets the tone on the other side for these Missoula kids.
Well, it has been one of my favorite things, getting the opportunity to watch this young lady work this week. Number 22 has been incredible. She's worked such good corners. And listen, this is her 2nd year of pitching. She's only been pitching for 2 years, and she's been able to spot pitches so well. She has this calm presence about herself in the pitcher's circle. I loved her with bases loaded. She got the big strikeout, jumping up and down. So she is a key piece as to why they're in the position that they're in today. She's been nails.
And she loves the spotlight, and she'll get the softball to start things here. Again, season on the line, a trip to the championship game to the winner, as Swanson will take on an Idaho team that at times has shown the ability to put some big numbers on the board, and they scored in double digits in one of these games.
And that's what you want to remember. I think it's kind of going back to your roots of that big game and what worked, and I just love their production. 1 through 10, this is a team that can get it going. They're built on that momentum, and a good opportunity today to go up against a good pitcher in Swanson. We'll see what they're made of.
They've had different leaders week to week throughout the course of the season. The kids from Boise determined. Knocked off St. Mary's to win the state championship, and they've carried some of that momentum over. But you've been impressed in talking to Swanson, and she hasn't been around softball a long time, but boy, is she good out there.
Yeah, she is. Just like I said, when you get the chance to talk to these pitchers face to face, you can just see her light up when she's talking about pitching, how much she loves it. Her pitching coach, Coach Cliff, and how much he has been able to help her. Her battery mate behind the dish, and Macy Gonzalez, and those two together are rock solid.
6 innings Regulation Little League softball. Winner trying to get to the championship game in the Northwest region, and the first offering to Rylan Adams is ball one. Greg Ramos, our home plate up. Josiah Spurgeon, Christopher Boyd, PJ Turpin, first, second, and third. Volunteer umps putting in the work here in the sunshine. That's a looper, and that one is going to go off the glove of the second baseman Camp, and it finds its way into right field, and Adams is on.
And this is why I wanted to highlight Rylan Adams in that leadoff spot, just because of the spark plug that she is. It's a great leadoff hit, especially kind of knowing Swanson tends to really have such a good sweeping curveball. She goes with it, takes it to the right side. That's clutch.
Now Mac attack. Mackenzie Dial swings and misses. Now remember, this Idaho team, they'd won every game they played together through districts and state prior to losing their first game here, so they have a lot of confidence.
They for sure do, and they've been playing together for a long time. When you're able to look to your right and your left and just have that sense of trust, just gives you that little extra confidence.
Swanson faced Oregon twice. Man, her last outing, 6 innings, the complete game, 9 Ks. They needed it, and they got the win, 2-1. Fouled off by Dial.
Well, I love just getting to sit and talk with both of them, and hearing Swanson talk about how Gonzalez, her catcher behind the plate, calls the games. It's not coming from the dugout. They definitely have some communication in between innings of things, but it is truly pitcher-catcher calling this game. You love it.
She had 52 strikeouts during All-Star play. Yeah, you've had a lot of special relationships, pitcher-catcher. It's cool to see at this age having that.
It's huge. I mean, that sometimes is the difference in those pressure cooker moments, that 2 against 1 mentality. Sometimes it can feel isolating in the circle, but when you really can look at your battery mate straight in front of you and know that it is that cat and mouse game with you and her, and you're able to kind of use that to your advantage.
Garden City Little Leaguers. Boulder, Arrowhead, and Billings had been the team that had been dominating in state. They got a chance to beat them to get the championship and head here. Great moment for the kids from Missoula.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
(3-2) is outside, and a good AB for Dial. She's on. So the kids from Boise off to a good start.
And really good back-to-back at-bats. Rylan Adams with that leadoff base hit, and then Mackenzie Dial to work it back, to work the walk. That's huge.
We've seen base runners have an impact in this Northwest region, also in the West region. Kennedy McMahon at the plate now. You can't leave until the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, but you could really make an impact out there with your legs.
Yeah, we've seen sometimes just kind of what that pressure does to a catcher, testing the arms out and testing the defense to have to get to bases.
Good rip there from McMahon. She has a walk-off home run this season. And a lot of teams that have slugged their way to wins throughout their state championship have had to play some small ball, but they've done it effectively for the most part.
Yeah, and finding just different ways, especially when you get runners on, manufacturing runs, being able to advance runners over. But I'm loving Idaho and just kind of their fight. You're seeing them being able to lay off some pitches, but more importantly, swing at some pitches in and around the zone and fouling them off.
Superstitions, I know, it's big in softball. She's got a few of them. Ham and Swiss croissant strawberry acai drink pregame. There's a flare to left, and that's a base hit. What a start for Idaho. The bases are loaded, single walk and single.
A really nice job by Kennedy McMahon. This is a 1-2 pitch, and this is in on her hands. This is a jam job all day, but she's able to muscle it up. It finds some green. The hitting is contagious here for Idaho. You're just seeing a different team than you saw yesterday.
Couldn't script it better for Idaho, because here's Berkeley Cook as she fouls off the first one. This is who they want up. 4 for 4 in the game against Colorado.
Well, and when I look back to yesterday and you look back to this Montana team, there was a key situation that Everly Swanson was in with Oregon and bases loaded, and I felt like that was actually the best that she was able to throw. She was able to buckle down, focus one pitch at a time. It's something that she talked to us about, that she really does try to focus, and when she's able to get those swings and misses on that pitch, that curveball away from those righties, she's tough.
The ball's 2 strikes.
The 12-year-old with the offering took something off that one and strikes out Cook. That's a big out there.
I told you, she's almost at her best when there's action on the base pass. Talk about pulling the string. She just pulls this right back down in the zone. You see the big swing and miss by Berkeley Cook out in front.
First started getting interesting in softball at age 6. Mom played softball at North Dakota.
Catcher at North Dakota.
Emma Johnson now the left fielder. She had a couple hits in that big win over Colorado. They beat the team from Colorado 14-2. Split a couple games with Oregon. There's a bouncer hit to Stockton at short. Throws to second late. That's just in time. Stockton to Camp to get the second out.
Well, I was shocked that she didn't slide. I think if she would have slid into second base, I think that she would have been safe, but because she ends up trying to run and get there, and I'm wondering if she maybe thought that they were going to go somewhere else, but if she slides, Trey, I do think that she's safe.
Now, you can't slide head first, but that could have been a feet first slide that could have been effective.
Also could have potentially been a play that they maybe could have reviewed. When you look back, it looked like she might have even got in there.
Maddie Davis now for this Northwest Ada Little League team. Five new girls, 6 kids that know each other very well on this roster, as that's fouled back. Some of these kids have been around since T-ball.
It's incredible. Listen, I played Little League. I love Little League. My children are in Little League. I just think there really is something so bittersweet about getting to kind of grow up around your sisters in the sport and grinding together from a young age and getting to, I mean, look at where these young ladies are and what they're getting to do together. It's so special.
Good fastball there just off the plate from Swanson. Two and two now.
And they're making really good adjustments at the plate, kind of knowing a pitch that she likes to go to against those righties. You're seeing really good holds. Emma Johnson having a really good at-bat, 0-2 to work it to 2-2.
High with that one. Big pitch coming up. Full count. Second full count she's faced in this inning.
3-2.
Strike call. How about that effort from Swanson?
So good, Everly Swanson. I tell you, when the bases are loaded, at times that pressure, she loves it. She thrives in it. This inning could have been way worse. They only got one, and I love the backwards K.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Warm conditions here in San Bernardino, California. A trip to the Northwest Region Championship game is on the line. 1-0, Idaho has the lead as we take a look at the Montana batting order. Familiar with putting some rallies together?
Well, I needed to circle Olive Camp simply because of what she was able to do yesterday against Oregon. She had that lead-off triple, and that was clutch, and the floodgates just came out after that. And to be able to have that fourth inning rally was huge and the difference maker in that game, and put him in this position right here.
And they're going to be facing a pitcher that has seen some action here in San Bernardino, in right-hander Layla Gomez. Calm demeanor. She has a perfect game this season.
She does, and she is very calm, cool, and collected. You saw her get hit a little bit yesterday, but what I loved and what shined the most was from the beginning, the tempo was there. You could not tell body language, anything, and that is a sign of a rock-solid pitcher. She has thrown 11 innings in this Northwest region, has given up those hits, 16, a little bit earned runs, but it has those 5 strikeouts, and her team plays great behind her.
She wears that big number 54. She was asked why. She says, I want a number that people will remember, that will stick with them forever. And she's an important piece for this Idaho team, and facing a Montana squad that already has a 14-run game and a win over Colorado. Brooklyn Stockton, the coach's kid, will lead things off, the shortstop. Northwest Region champion will be crowned tomorrow, and we'll head to Greenville, North Carolina. The Little League Softball World Series. First pitch swinging to third. Toto Rica Guena across in time. 1 down. This kid's really well schooled in the fundamentals, Danielle. The infield play has been spot on.
Yeah, and you gotta love 1 pitch, 1 out, and Toto Rico Guena, excuse me, over there at third base has been rock solid and holding down the hot corner.
Now Olive Camp to the shortstop, Adams. That's in time. Left side of the infield doing the job, 2 away. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Pitchers like that.
Well, and if you're Macy Gonzalez, you want to see a couple. You don't want to have a 3-pitch inning. You want to make Layla Gomez work a little bit, and I'm always someone in these types of conditions too. When it's cooking, right? I mean, we're talking 95 degrees, the sun, it's hot, there's no cloud coverage. So if you can give your pitcher some time to sit, take a breather, it's never a bad thing.
Gonzalez rips that one to right, opposite field single. Good piece of hitting right there from the catcher for the Missoula kids. She is an over-the-fence home run in district play. 13-year-old with a rip right there.
Well, and you can just tell how strong she is based on this swing. She goes with a pitch. It's probably a ball and a half off the plate. It's a good piece of hitting.
Thank you.
Bill Stockton, the manager, third base coach, and we're gonna have a courtesy runner here. You can have a courtesy runner with 2 outs in an inning for a pitcher or a catcher. In this case, they'll run for Gonzalez. And it's gonna be Olive Camp now at first base. Pitch to Swanson, rolls to the backstop, and Camp moves up a base.
And a really good opportunity, sorry Trey, for the pitcher, Everly Swanson, to be able to help herself out. And those hitting pitchers, you love to see it. You see it in Little League, of course, because they have a continuous batting lineup, but it definitely helps the cause.
And she hits that one towards the second baseman. Catch is made by Dial to end the inning. A threat. Gonzalez stranded at second. It remains a 1-0 game here in San Bernardino. Northwest Region semifinal play. Trip to the championship on the line. We've got a good one early.
Defense is going to be huge. Coming up clutch. Idaho making those little routine plays. Love to see it.
Boise kids made noise early with a win over Colorado on Sunday. The Bats were alive and well. They ran into Maddie Locke in Washington Tuesday. Couldn't get things going.
No, they had a tough time against that Washington pitching. And when you're going into a day like today, you always want to try to bring the feel-good feels. You want to look back at that Colorado win, the performances, the fact that you scored in every single inning. And I loved their aggressive approach. You look at what they were able to do in that first inning. They're swinging early. They're taking pitches that aren't in and around the zone. And those are all, to me, big adjustments from yesterday to today.
And that Washington team looked really good. Your daughter, Maddie, so close to a no-no. Ended up with a two-hitter. Got the shutout win. Playing for the championship against the winner of this one. Naya Toto-Rika Guena to lead things off against Everly Swanson, who worked out of a jam, allowed just one run in the first inning. Opposite field single. Throw to first, not in time. How about both teams being aggressive early in the count?
I think it's so important because we all know that you're going to find a way as a pitcher to try to get ahead of hitters. You have a lot more success, so you're seeing them swing early. You love to see it. She goes with a pitch on the outside part of the plate and hits it to the right side of the field. And this is what you need to do when you have a pitcher that spins it a little bit away from those righties. Go with it, wait on it a little bit. That's great hitting.
Pitcher against pitcher here, and a good fastball from Swanson to Gomez, strike one. Big Otani fan. She also likes Sam Landry. Oklahoma and AUSL. That's hit foul out of play. Fourth time she's had the 0-2 count, so she has gotten ahead in these counts early.
She's definitely found ways to get ahead, but I kind of like the grind of Idaho working the counts, being able to be patient.
Got her off the plate with that one. Third K.
And that's that curveball. It's such a pretty pitch, and you can tell it just has so much spin away from those right-handed hitters. Great location at that count.
The power's been impressive, the location as well. Ari Bettis now, as the throw to first is not in time. Getting back in there, Toto-Rika Guena. And she appears to have all the tools, location, speed, all that stuff.
And composure, I think that to me really stands out with Swanson in the circle. She's confident as ever, recognizes that this is a tough game and how to deal with kind of that adversity that comes your way when you're in the circle and you're dealing with runners on and all the things. She just has this maturity about herself, which makes it seem like she's been pitching a lot longer than she has.
1-2 now. Ball bobbled and a late break to second, and in there safely, Toto-Rika Guena, and she's going to take the extra bag. So heads up base running from Toto-Rika Guena, now at third base with one down.
And it's just taking advantage of the little bobble behind the plate by Gonzalez. And that bobble, she trusts her speed. It gets by. She recognizes that and then is able to get over the third and puts herself 60 feet away.
Pass ball and an E6 getting that runner to third. And then Bettis strikes out. That's the fourth strikeout. A chance for Idaho to add another one here. The last hitter in this continuous batting order. Everybody must bat in Little League softball, and this is Addie Levens, extra hitter. And how cool is it that you've got a bat? Everybody can have a say in this game, and we've seen the bottom of orders really step up.
We have, and I think that definitely has been something that has impressed me over the last couple days. The production from that bottom half, that 9, 10, 11, and just kind of the grinding out at bats.
Did not offer, says the first base umpire, Josiah Spurgeon, down the line. Slow roller to third. Carson's throw, got her. Swanson gets out of that inning unscathed with a runner stranded. Good pitching from Gomez and Swanson in this Northwest Regional semifinal. Idaho leading at 1-0.
Great job with the defense. Like I said, coming up clutch, Olivia Carson makes the clutch throw across the diamond to get out of the inning.
Little League lost the first game of the state tournament, came back and won the state championship. They've lost the first game of this regional and trying to do the same thing and win the whole thing. Well,
and I just highlight those Oregon games and performances by Swanson in the circle. Both games so close. 20 strikeouts in 11 innings for Swanson. So impressive just throughout, and to be able to lose game one and then continue to keep grinding back up against the wall, knowing if you lose another game, you're out of this tournament. So much fight that this team has showed, and they've just continued to get better as the week has gone on.
That back against the wall mentality, they seem to like it, that composure at that young age. Good job at putting the bad stuff behind them and really played well in the bounce back win against Oregon, 2-1, a 2-run fourth inning, pulling that one out. Adlin Baldwin, first baseman to lead things off against Layla Gomez.
You're definitely seeing both these teams just kind of have that plan of attack, knowing that they want to swing a little bit early. And at times it makes sense. Pitchers want to bring you something in and around that zone.
Adlin had a clutch hit in their state championship game. Her highlight, a home run this season. Pulls that foul. Stuffed bell peppers is a go-to food item. I'd probably go with a burger or something like that.
I like a good Costco stuffed pepper.
Okay.
I do a good job of those already made meals. And I do feel like those can be a staple for busy youth sports families. You go to Costco, you get a pot pie. I mean, maybe not in the summer, but it's a staple in our household.
We've talked a lot of food here. The concession stand, the snack shop right down the right field line, by the way. Ripped to left. Base hit for Baldwin to open up the frame. And that's probably the hardest hit ball we've seen here.
Really nice job by Allie Baldwin. Waits on this pitch, and she's able to pull it to left. A lot of power. This was a laser to the left side off the bat. So quick. Leadoff base hit. Has to feel good for Montana.
Caitlin Spreitzer now. That's a slow roller. Dial charging. Only play underhand to first base to get Spreitzer. And that's an effective ground out. That gets Baldwin to second.
That's a good job by Mackenzie Dial at second base. No panic mode whatsoever. This is definitely a slow roller. Understands outs are important. A little 1-2 walk through to get it over to first.
Now Mackenzie Haugland, the 13-year-old at the dish, fouls it off. She is the best dancer, has a moonwalk, which can be effective if you win a game.
That one, thank you. It's off from that, we're going to keep going. But if it's not fans, we'll try to switch. No, thank you. You're welcome.
We've seen the worm here in San Bernardino as well. It's high. They were crashing on the corners that time.
And a nice job by Mad Dog behind the dish to glove that up. Had a little upward movement, probably recognizing that that pitch is trying to be bunted. So sometimes if you can kind of throw that ball up in the air, you can get hitters to be a little more susceptible to maybe popping that bunt up.
Again, crashing at first and third, lays down a beauty. Third baseman Toto Rica Guena, only play at first. And now down to third goes Baldwin.
And a really good job, good bunt placement. And I love that Toto Rica Guena comes across and commands this ball. Let's go, I'm taking this all day. She makes the dart throw across the diamond. And listen, sometimes that added pressure on a defense can add up.
Carson fouls that one off.
And I feel like you're seeing them be able to make those routine plays. And sometimes in these types of games, Trey, the heart rate is rising a little bit. You feel it. It means a lot. You're trying to go to a regional final tomorrow.
Kid so mature at 12 and 13. Here's the 0-1 up high. Carson, her mom coached her regular season Little League team.
One ball, one strike.
And this really puts the spotlight on the catcher here, Davis.
Yep. Understanding she needs to be a wall back there. A runner on third base, anything gets by her backstop, definitely far enough to score that run.
Ground ball to Dial at second. That's in time. So again, a threat, but nothing across from Montana. A runner stranded. Third inning is on deck. The kids from Boise in front.
League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here!
The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
Little Little League Softball World Series, Greenville, North Carolina, August 2nd. The Northwest Region champion will come out of San Bernardino, as well as the West Region champion. We'll crown those champs on Thursday. Here's a look at the tickets punched so far. You see Lake Mary there from the Southeast Region. They'll take on the winner of the Northwest Region in the first game in Greenville. All the games in the ESPN family of networks.
And I know you probably know this, but I'm pretty excited for Canada to punch their ticket.
Yeah, you are.
Which is going to be happening in the next little bit as well, as me being Canadian.
What a great time of the year. And, you know, remember, all of these teams participating are state champions. They've already had great years to begin with, and this is kind of icing on the cake.
And so many of them really, when we sit and talk with them, they talk about that, like how incredible it is. Obviously, all of them they want to win, but they all feel so grateful to be here and this experience and getting to punch their ticket to this regional, and just how important it is, this time with each other. A lot of them talk about, you know, this could be the last time that we're ever going to get the opportunity to play all together and spend that time together. And winning is great, but like, from someone that has been retired for a while, like, the things you miss the most are your teammates and your friends and grinding together and putting in the work.
Rylan Adams with a single, top of the order, and she's 2 for 2 off Swanson. Want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball? Visit playlittleleague.org. Enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. How about Adams?
So good. Highlighted her simply because of the spark that she brings in the leadoff spot. That's back-to-back base hits for her. That's huge.
Now Mackenzie Dial showing bunt, and bunts it foul. Good pitching so far. That second run could be big here, playing a little small ball here at the top of the order.
Just finding ways to just advance runners, I think, is so important. And even putting down that sack bunt and trying to advance that runner, you're still putting that added pressure on the defense.
That one's going to head to the backstop, and moving up is Adams after the wild pitch down to second base.
And I might still even contemplate that bunt, putting that runner 60 feet away with potentially one out. Gives you a good chance to score her.
She doesn't square this time. It's outside, 2-1. Dial is into basketball and swimming as well. The hitter also river rafts, paddle boards. These kids are so busy. It's not just about softball. Back off the pitcher, shortstop, late throw. Everybody's safe. They're on the corners now as Dial is on. Infield single.
Well, this was kind of a hot shot off the bat of Dial that ricochets off Swanson's glove that then goes to the left of Stockton at short. Very close still at first, but a couple more opportunities here for Idaho with some action on the base pass.
And Kennedy McMahon right at the shortstop. Diving attempt, can't come up with it, Stockton. And the bases are going to be full. Great effort from Stockton. Could not glove it. It'll be an infield single.
Really good effort by Stockton, but I have to shout out Mackenzie Dial running the bases, that you have to be so careful with that play, because if you catch it, you get doubled off. She was able to kind of go halfway, was able to get to second. That could have been an easy out if she didn't play it right on the base pass.
And here's Berkeley Cook again with the bases loaded. Back-to-back innings. First pitch, grounder, base hit center. Adams scores. That's bobbled. Dial will come around. She'll score. And the Boise kids add to their lead.
I love, this is a hit that goes right back up the middle. Look at Dial scooting, knowing if that ball touches her, she's an automatic out and the play is dead. That's so good. That softball IQ and awareness in the moment. Couple more runs here for Idaho. That was so clutch. It's a couple big things for Dial. Some really good base running that I'm highlighting.
4 consecutive singles here to put 2 on the board in the 3rd inning. They have 7 hits in the game. Again, this team can be explosive. They beat Colorado 10-6 in their first game. And now Emma Johnson, who hit into the fielder's choice in the first. A run came across in that first inning. Lays the bunt down. It's a dandy. Pitcher's throw to first. Not in time. That is perfectly placed. That's 5 straight hits.
So good. Can just tell it's contagious right now, Trey, for Idaho. They're just past that bat mentality. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy, just a boatload of singles.
Here's a strike from the pitcher, Swanson, right on the corner. Mad Dog, big Oklahoma softball fan, takes that one outside. If you're Swanson here, what's in your mind? You've battled through some tough spots in each inning.
Yeah, you just, even when I asked her when she had the bases loaded situations, I need to focus on that next pitch, just get into that next pitch and not letting it get too big. I think sometimes it comes to being able to work and get those pitches for strikes, right? When you fall behind, you could see the frustration a little bit on that last pitch. I like it, and at times throughout this week, that's a pitch that has been getting called on the outside part of the plate.
2-2. And just from a confidence standpoint, just to get that first out here could help her cause. Davis had a couple of RBIs in that Colorado game. And strike 3 is called on the corner. So there's out number 1 and strikeout number 5 for Swanson.
And I love the answer back. It's a really good job at that count to be able to spin that pitch, knowing she did not get it the last time, but goes back to it. Macy Gonzalez behind the dish. I mean, that's something that Everly Swanson said. She's always trying to get pitches from me, and that is a prime example. Very good spot. Clutch strikeout.
Toto Ricaguena, ball 1. She hit 3 home runs this season. Always smiling. Big Bree Ellis fan. Good rip at that one. And it's 1-2. Good pop on that one.
And if I'm Swanson, I'm going right back up. You're seeing back-to-back swings of climbing the ladder. You're seeing her take those big hacks. I'm going back.
Fly ball to right. Gilbertson under it. Makes the catch. No tag from third. 2 down. Some miscommunication there.
I thought she was for sure deep enough to listen. There's so many things that have to go right to get someone out at home, right? The throw has to be on the money. The catcher has to be in the right spot. I think that's a miss by not sending her.
Now Layla Gomez. And you look at this situation, despite giving up 2 runs, if she can get out of this with no further damage, Swanson is keeping her team right in the game. Popped up, pitcher calling for it, makes the basket catch, and sets them down 1-2-3 after giving up those runs as Idaho leaves the bases loaded. Still 2 more across, Idaho in front by 3. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. San Bernardino, California, Northwest Region play. This is a semifinal game. The winner will advance to take on the Snohomish Little Leaguers from the Seattle area Thursday on ESPN. Season on the line for these two. Idaho and Montana, great seasons for the kids from Boise and the kids from Missoula. And Swanson giving up 2 runs in that last frame, but got out of that bases loaded jam. Her team still only down 3 runs.
Well, and looking for them to find a way to get something sparked in the bottom half of the lineup here. It's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12.
The winner of the matchup against Washington will head to the Little League Softball World Series starting August 2nd in Greenville, North Carolina. Gomez, who has pitched pretty well here, will face Kinsley Gilbertson. Ball 1. 13-year-old. She's in 4-H, raises hogs, and the names of the hogs are Queso and Salsa. How about that? Grounded to second. Oh, and that's a seeing eye single. That one just found its way past Dial. Looks like it had some spin on it there.
And this ball was spinning a lot, and you could tell based on Mackenzie Dial trying to field this. A good piece of hitting to the right side of the field, and a lot of extra movement.
That's going to go
off base hit.
They actually are going to rule that an error. That's a tough one, though, when you look at the way that transpired. Stella Philbrick now batting. Sometimes that ball, you've seen it a million times, I'm sure, can really spin strangely off the bat.
I mean, I've made plenty of mistakes on cue balls right back at me in the circle with so much spin. It can be hard. Like, you go one way and then all of a sudden that spin takes the ball the other direction. I always kind of look at errors like I would ask a player, like, do you think you'd be able to make that play? And if they say yes, I'm like, all right, that's definitely something that could be an error for them. But I bet if you were to ask Mackenzie Dial, she would say she could make that play.
You could try to swing it 100 times and make it spin like that, and it probably
no.
You just never know how the ball's coming off the bat. 1-2 offering is inside.
It's a good spot. I like that, especially at that count. It's a good inside corner.
Gomez with some confidence out there. Here's the 2-2 offering. Fly ball hit to left. Johnson coming in, right on it. Runner retreats to first. Battling the sunshine here at the ballpark. We had some cloud cover earlier in the week, but sunny skies here in Southern California. Now Simone McGuire. This is a busy kid. Softball, volleyball, basketball, track and field, and there's a throw down to second. Out at second base is the runner, Gilbertson.
Strike 1.
And I'm assuming this is probably going to be challenged, Trey.
Was that a head first slide there? You cannot do the head first slide in Little League Softball, and that would be an automatic out. They're going to take a look at this. Bill Stockton, the manager for Montana, looking on. Boy.
Yeah, you're not allowed to slide head first. I know that, but I'm wondering if they were able to say, is she in the baseline, not having a clear path to be able to get to the base? I know that the ball is carrying Adams in that direction.
This is being reviewed.
I like the dipping and dodging, though.
Now, managers have 2 unsuccessful challenges in regulation. If it's extra innings, you get 1 unsuccessful challenge. The call is out at second base, play under review. Here's the rules here, Danielle.
Yeah, that head first sliding is not permitted unless going back to that previous base. So based on reading that, it would seem like the runner should be out at second base.
Montana is officially challenging this rule on the field. The call on the field is out at second base.
I will say, in the college game, my track record with replay reviews are never good.
Bill Stockton, really fun talking to him. It's been attitude and effort with these kids. They done a good job at understanding that sometimes in softball you have a roller coaster in terms of swinging the bat. Sometimes it's just not going to be there day to day.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they go with here.
Okay, we have confirmation, we understand, on the call at second. It will stay as out, confirmed. The head first slide, you can't do it. 2 down.
When I like William Stockton having a conversation about potentially her having to dodge Rylan Adams coming across the baseline and not really giving her a clear lane to be able to get to the base. I do know sometimes the ball carries you, and your job as an infielder, I got to get the ball. Like, I don't want that ball to get by me, and sometimes it can interfere with the runner. I'm sure that's probably what that conversation was about.
There was a call in West Region play where there was a rundown between second and third. The girl was called out because she tried to dive into third because that was the base she was headed to, just like stealing a base, even though it was late in the process. Officials working hard to get the call right. And here's Simone McGuire now with 2 down. Taking a strike, 0-2. Levens, by the way, is now in right field for Betts. Defensive switch here in this 3-0 game. 0-2 to McGuire. Right up into the air and caught by Gomez to end the inning. Gomez is cruising along, keeping Montana at bay. They've out-hit Montana 8-2 in this one. Bottom of the third is on tap from San Bernardino. A review of that play last half inning, the stolen base attempt. The head first slide, getting away from the tag, the Montana runner, and here's the explanation coming up.
I understand that she's offered the head first slide, but she couldn't slide feet first because there was obstruction. The girl was up the line.
There was no obstruction.
Why wasn't there obstruction?
Because there was an attempted tag on her. So she went outside to avoid the tag. So that's...
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, we're good. Thanks.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
That's Christopher Boyd, the second base umpire.
Well, I'm wondering, too, if it's like, if you just go in and slide and you hit her and she's right there, would that be an automatic obstruction call? You know, because you're always, your instincts in the game are there. You never want to just run right into a tag. It's, okay, she's coming across to get the ball. I need to try to get out of the way. It's just, it's tough to take that instinct out of the athlete in the moment, but I get it. She was trying to move out of the way and saw that attempted tag, and we just left it where it was at. You're not going to win that call, right? So it's like, I love the, you know, you clarifying that for me. Thank you. And that's all we need to know.
Well, Layla Gomez got out of that frame, and she is cruising right along here. Still has that shutout preserved as we move to the fourth inning. Ari Bettis to lead things off against Swanson. Swanson had 9 Ks against Oregon in the second game. She struck out 11 Oregon hitters in their first matchup. She can get heated up.
And I think that Idaho's done a really nice job of being patient at the plate and kind of recognizing pitches that are in and around that they can crush, and then knowing that she does spin it when she gets ahead. I mean, all great pitchers know when you get ahead 0-2, 1-2, like, I'm trying to make you swing at my pitch. I don't need to throw something over the heart of the plate. And they're really kind of making her work to bring it around the zone.
Pretty good location there.
That's a good pitch. That's a pitch that I will say earlier on in the week against Oregon, she was able to get, right? And that was something I asked her about when we talked today, how she deals with just managing the strike zones. And she said, I know that, you know, sometimes I was able to get a couple balls off, and I just have to continue to keep grinding, and knowing that Macy behind the plate is going to keep working for me and getting me pitches, but I know it can be frustrating on pitchers at times.
Payoff pitch, and that's ball 4. So Bettis earning the walk to open up the inning. And now the last hitter in the order, a chance to turn the lineup over. Find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Don't forget to use hashtag LLWS. And again, a case with these hitters in this continuous batting order at the bottom of the lineup, a chance to really make your impact felt down there.
And I'd even be curious, bottom half, that 10 hitter, trying to find a way to lay down that bunt or just do anything in your power to advance that runner, because you know the hot Ryland Adams spark plug in the leadoff position. You want to get her going with a runner in scoring position.
Addie Levens takes that pitch high 2-0. Now you're probably patient up there.
Well, and kudos to Idaho for being able to recognize that, you know, the zone is a little tighter. We don't need to expand it and swing at pitches because we're not forced to. And you're having to make her work.
She had 4 strikeouts in her last game. Only 1 strikeout, or 4 walks, only 1 walk in her win against Colorado. Gets a strike right there, 3-1.
Three balls, 1 strike.
Late swing. Couldn't catch up with that one.
Well, and a nice job and a good answer back by Swanson, who started this count 3-0. Can tell definitely just a little bit frustrated, but rightfully so, right? These are big pitches that she's having to throw, and she works it back and gets the big strikeout. That's huge.
That is her 6th of the game. You look at these, she's given up 3 runs, but They have stranded 6 in this one. Big K here.
And a nice job. 3-0 to work herself back to get that big strikeout. I'm curious to see her plan of attack going up against Rylan Adams right now and how hot she's been.
2 for 2, right back through the circle, but the shortstop is at the bag. And Stockton steps on it for the force play. 2 down.
She's like a little firefly in that leadoff spot. She's so good.
That was a hard hit ball. Custom made though for the shortstop over there. Bettis is on after that leadoff walk. Mackenzie Dial has walked and singled, and she swings at the first pitch. The second baseman bobbling it, can't make a throw. Camp got there in plenty of time, but the inning continues. An error there.
When see, sometimes this is just the pressure that you talk about that you put on the defense, right? And that's a play that you know Olive Camp will say she could make, and just that speed up the line and understanding there's 2 outs, you want to get that, and sometimes you can find yourself rushing a little bit and not able to make that play.
Kennedy McMahon is 2 for 2. Big cut. Favorite film, Sandlot. Gotta love that.
Oh, love it. True softball fans have watched The Sandlot. That's a...
Oh, and there's a wild pitch. That one got away. Runners move up to second and third. Sometimes that's a bad grip. She just lost control of that one.
Well, and it can be, you know, conditions are definitely a little bit hot. The balls, I know that these softballs, these are, a lot of them look like they're sparkling, brand new softballs. And being able to get that grip. I've seen a couple pitchers throughout this regional that have had the rosin. I know there's pitchers that will use the dirt because you don't have the actual chalk. It's like that spray chalk, so it's not necessarily going to help you.
Laced to center for a base hit. Adams scores. It's cut off by the pitcher, and it's 4-0. RBI for McMahon. She's 3 for 3.
The one thing you can say, Trey, about this Idaho team, they're finding ways to score. They're getting runners on base. They're coming up clutch. Being able to get those solid base hits, knowing the importance of being able to put more insurance runs in a perfect scenario here with Berkeley Cook.
Oh, man, was that a big swing. Swing and a miss. And down to second goes McMahon.
And I'm not opposed to climbing the ladder a little bit more. I mean, if you're going to get a hitter to swing out of their shoes at something with that upspin, I want to go back.
9 hits now for the Boise kids, and there's a rip into center for a base hit. Dial scores. Runners on the corners. RBI for Cook. She has 6 hits in the regional. That was a no-doubter right there.
And that's a couple base hits that we've seen up the middle that have almost taken out their teammates, and they've had to kind of scooch their way around the softball.
No throw down to second, throw down to third, close at the bag as McMahon gets back in there, but Cook is now at second base. Seven of 15 with runners in scoring position so far. Driven in 5. Here's the 1-0. You know, they did this against Colorado. One in the first, 2 in the third, 2 more in the fourth. 10 hits now. McMahon at third, trying to add to the lead. Here's a grounder hit to second. Camp, and that will end the inning. but more insurance for Layla Gomez. 2 more across here in the 4th at Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino, California, Northwest region. Little League thanks its official sponsors, including Capital One and Ford Motor Company, whose support helps create meaningful experiences for communities, volunteers, and young athletes all season. Little League also thanks its dedicated volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of children worldwide. 5-run cushion for Layla Gomez and the Northwest Ada Little Leaguers from Idaho. They get 2 more in the 4th inning in this Northwest regional semifinal game, and 54 pitching with some confidence.
She sure is. Listen, when runs go up on the board, every single inning that your team scores should give you a little extra competitive edge out there in the circle, and Idaho has definitely came to play today, offensively making a statement right out of the gate and having their pitchers back.
Last hitter in the continuous batting order for the Missoula kids, Harper Davis, to lead it off. She made the catch in center field to clinch state. How cool is that?
So cool. Those are always like some of the best memories, just kind of remembering running into your teammates, big hugs.
Big fan of Reese Atwood. Just a look at the Montana All-Star fan base. What a year they've had. Beat Oregon to get to this stage. There's a grounder right back to the circle. Gomez there, 1 away. Top of the order now, Brooklyn Stockton. Brooklyn had to battle back. She had a minor fracture in her throwing hand. All cleared. Good to go. And she fouls that one off. What would you tell kids about dealing with injuries, even if they're minor?
It definitely can be frustrating, but you can't let it take you out mentally. I think that at times is always the hardest part, right? Like, oh, why is this happening to me? When you don't need to necessarily turn it into a good thing, but I think it definitely allows you to remember like how much you love playing the game. You get to see how good of a teammate you can be. You got to focus on your rehab or whatever it is to get yourself back.
Swing and a miss, strikeout. Ball is dropped though, throw it down to first, and she's on. And Stockton's going to take the extra bag, and she turns second. The ball's bobbled again in right field. And Stockton ends up at third base.
Good job. Hey, let's go. Let's start it. Let's go. Oh.
Here on the first baseman. She ends up at third. Sometimes things like that can spark a team. Olive Camp popped up. Foul ground. Oh, what a play by Cook! Diving to get it.
I don't know. I feel like I got to put this up as a potential Sports Center top 10 play. So good. She initially takes that step back and then lays it all out. The perfect catch, especially with the circumstances, right? That runner on third base, understanding outs are important.
Gonzalez to Rica Cuena, and that is in time to end the inning. Cook with a defensive gem for the second out, and then the hot corner gets it done as well.
Berkeley, Cook, somebody that we talked about in this game for her offense, but listen, we will take this all day. Da-na-na, na-na-na.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Houghton Stadium is the site for this Northwest Region semifinal game. Idaho has out-hit Montana 10-2, scoring in 3 of the 4 innings so far, and a pitching change here for the kids from Missoula, Montana. It'll be Olivia Carson coming into the game, replacing Swanson. Swanson goes 4 innings and strikes out 6. Carson with her second appearance here in this regional.
Yeah, and giving her an opportunity, I think, to be able to come out and kind of stop the damage a little bit, right? There's been momentum that's happened for Idaho, what feels like almost every single inning. So to be able to make this change and give her the ball, I like this.
With that move to the new pitcher, Swanson is now over at first base. Baldwin's in left. Maddie Davis leading things off. She has struck out a couple times. Tapper right back to the pitcher. Slow throw, but scooped up. 1 down. Five-run game, 5th inning, 6 innings regulation Little League Softball. And Carson put in a big spot here to just quiet things down and get those bats back up there. "12 years old. Spreitzer's now playing third base, as well as Baldwin being in left, as they make some changes here defensively. And if you're Idaho, you just want to keep the train rolling. 10 hits already. Ashton Jeanty, the former Boise State Bronco, her favorite athlete. Popped up. And out number 2 as Camp gloves it. Don't miss an interleague matchup when the Chicago Cubs host the Detroit Tigers tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Wrigley Field geared up for that one. Houghton Stadium here, where we'll crown a Northwest Region champion tomorrow. The West Region champion also comes out of this area, this bracket. It's the other bracket in the Western region.
Nice job by Carson. Listen, coming into this ball game, 2 quick outs. Finds herself quickly 0-2 against Layla Gomez, and this is what it's all about. It's about creating a little bit of momentum on defense and being able to try to carry that in offensively for your team. Everything, especially late in a ball game, you're putting the pressure on yourself to know that the outs are dwindling. How can you create that momentum and try to get everyone going?
Grounder to third, knocked down by Spreitzer. Her throw is there for the out. 1-2-3 frame. Good job by Carson in relief of Swanson. Still a 5-0 game. Idaho looking good. Montana looking for a spark here.
Well, and yet again, just the clutch defense. It's what it's going to be able to come down to in a tournament like this. Spreitzer, a little 5-3. Let's go.
Thank you, Matt and Alex. So much to get excited about as we start looking ahead to Greenville, North Carolina. 5-0 lead for Idaho here in this Northwest Region semifinal game. Washington, the Snohomish Little Leaguers, they're awaiting the winner in the championship tomorrow. As you look at the regional championship setup, West Region, Southern California, Northern California, they will hope to have a say in who comes out of that bracket here at Houghton Stadium. Gomez pitch to Swanson, and Cook is there. 1 down.
She is cooking over there at first. That laying out play, Sports Center top 10 in my books last inning, and then being able to get the lead out. I think this is so important as you're moving towards the last couple innings of a game with a 5-run lead.
There's a little nubber in front of the plate. Tough play for the catcher. Comes out there to get it. Oh, what a play by Davis.
I mean, Idaho is just putting on a clinic defensively. They really are. And just Mad Dog behind the dish. Look at her pop out, knowing it makes more sense for me with my momentum going towards the ball. Makes the money throw across the diamond, literally right at her chest. So good. Bang, bang.
Caitlin Spreitzer, ball one. And you've got to be in enough to get the angle for the throw.
And I just think, too, the way that her momentum was already carrying her towards the ball, Layla Gomez was going to have to run to it, stop, and turn. The momentum piece is huge, knowing that it has to be so quick. But yet again, 2 quick outs for Idaho.
Gomez still pitching the shutout, trying to make it a 1-2-3 frame. 1-2 now. Spreitzer grounded out her first time up there. And this time delivers a single to center field. A 2-out single. She's on for the first time. She's also a competitive wrestler as well as being a good softball player. Mackenzie Haugland, the center fielder. So Gomez out there, she has a 5-run cushion. That's got to be comforting, but she's really been spot on for the most part today.
Yeah, she's done a nice job being able to have some good quick innings. I think she's been efficient with being able to throw strikes.
There's a late throw down to second, and in there with a stolen bag is Spreitzer. That was thrown in front of the bag, and Adams couldn't get back to the bag, the shortstop.
It's a good stolen base.
Liner. Dials got it. That'll end the inning. Another quick inning. Single and a runner stranded, but again, nothing across. Layla Gomez continues to impress in the circle for Idaho.
Well, the defense on full display for Idaho. Coming up clutch, Mackenzie Dial yet again with another web gem at second.
What a difference a day makes. Shut out against Washington, and today, everybody hitting. Looks like they looked in game one in their victory against Colorado.
Well, and the spark plug up top, Ryland Adams, has been so good. Those 1 through 5 hitters, 9 for 14, and have all 5 RBIs on the day. They definitely have a different plan of attack than they did yesterday. They had done such a good job of swinging early in the count, yet being so patient, not swinging at pitches outside of the zone. You love to see the big-time adjustments from yesterday to today.
They had 14 runs in, or actually they had 6 runs in a victory, or 10 runs, a 10-6 victory, Idaho over Colorado, and right now 5 runs on the board and double-digit hits. Ari Bettis, the right fielder, has struck out and walked so far. Carson did a nice job quieting things down in her first inning in relief in the 5th.
Well, being able to put a 0 up there, I think, is so important. You want to give your team that fighting chance trying to go into the bottom of the 6th. I think you got to keep this score where it is.
Ball.
Full count now.
It's a good pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Carson dreamed to be a radiologist. Big fan of the Portland Cascade. And she walks Bettis here to open up the inning.
Well, and funny enough, the Portland Cascade is going to be taking on the Chicago Bandits tomorrow evening. That little play-in game for AUSL, it'll be fun.
Athletes Unlimited Softball Championship play-in delivers the high-stakes action. Portland Cascade, Chicago Bandits, spot in the championship. Don't miss the excitement Thursday at 9 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Boy, you knew that was coming, didn't you?
No, I didn't. Our producer just asked. I was like, no, it's because she talked about the Portland Cascade.
All-knowing Danielle Laurie. Glad to have you here with your expertise as that ball goes to the backstop, a wild pitch, and Bettis moves up to second.
Well, and I actually had covered a couple games for Portland this year, and it was incredible. A first-year team. I mean, I think every single game but 2 was a sellout there. I mean, Portland is all about it. It was incredible. The weather, the facility, it's at that Hillsborough Stadium. It was electric for sure, and a lot of fun to see how the AUSL was able to just give these home bases, these teams, that fan support is unbelievable.
Rose City. Idaho trying to add to their lead here. Pitch to Levens is low. She's got a hitter's count now, 3-1.
But if you're Olivia Carson, you want to keep this score where it's at. You don't want to.
Back-to-back walks now. And the battery and the infield's going to get together in the circle here.
Are they throwing another pitcher?
Swing away, guys.
Hey, good job. Hey, head up, right? We got runners on first and second right now, so defensively we just need to know. You can start warming up here, kiddo. We just need to know where we're going to go, so make sure we're talking to one another in the infield here, okay? Hey, we're good, girls. Stay positive, right? Stay up. Let's go. Caitlin, hard hit ball. You got it for us there.
Pitching change for Bill Stockton. Stella Philbrick's going to come into the game. When we come back, 5-0. Stella Philbrick, the new pitcher, the 12-year-old right-hander, big Carlin Pickens fan. Her dream to be a pro softball pitcher. Third pitcher of the day for the Missoula kids, trailing 5-0 as she comes in for Carson.
Yeah, and I think with a couple base runners on here, it definitely made sense to make this change and bring in Philbrick and just kind of give a different look.
She'll be facing the top of the order and a hot bat in Rylan Adams, who already has a couple singles and hit the ball harder last time up. Look at this. Wow. 9 singles. And there's another one. Adams has 3 of them. Bettis will round third and score. They add to the lead 6-0.
Man, Rylan Adams. Unbelievable. Have yourself a day. What a little spark plug up top. She's swinging early in the count. Hits this ball right where it's pitched. Right back up the middle to right center. Good piece of hitting. Barrels that up.
Play by the catcher there as Mackenzie Dial is now up. Adams kind of the anchor of the infield. You mentioned spark plug, also the glue type player for this team, and she's really stepped up. Ball. 11 hits now. It's been all Idaho, trying to get a date with Washington in the Northwest Regional Championship game tomorrow. Scored a couple runs already. And she's on. Bases are full.
Be patient. Be patient.
Third walk in the inning. And here's Kennedy McMahon. She's trying to keep her day perfect.
She is. Can't say enough about the top of the lineup and their production and confidence.
Into science. Favorite book, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Yeah, a lot of Sam Landry fans here.
Portland Cascade.
That's on the corner.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That's off the helmet of the catcher there.
I like it, the blue behind the plate. You can just hear him making sure he's checking in with the catcher, giving her a second.
Greg Ramos.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Already a run across, still nobody out. Pitch to McMahon. He is outside. McMahon, 3 singles, one of them the infield variety. Hits that hard to center. Haugland under it, makes the catch. Tagging up, the throw to the plate is just off the mark, and a run scores. Throw to first, out at first base. So that's the second out. A run across, 7-0. Levens comes in. And a player down near the first base bag here. That's Mackenzie Dial. Let's hope she's okay. That's tagged out there at first base.
Yeah, looking like potentially just an ankle the way she's getting help off the field.
Oh, an important piece for this team. Has played well, hitting in the #2 spot in the order.
But I like the awareness to know how far off the base she was. Oh, you could tell when she slid into first, her right ankle, she rolled it. That hurts. Kind of jammed her ankle on the white part of the base.
So a runner at second with 2 away. Here's Berkeley Cook, who's had a huge regional, and that one's going to find its way into left field. That gets past the left fielder, Davis. Run scores. Coming in, Adams. And Cook with her 3rd hit. She has 7 in the regional. We talked about her in the open. What a game she's had.
How can you not talk about her and just offensively what she's been able to do throughout this regional? She's been exceptional.
Emma Johnson swings and misses. A dozen hits now. 3 across here in the 6th inning, as 6 innings regulation Little League softball. They'll have a chance to close it out. Bottom half. It'll be the bottom part of the order for Montana. That's low. Throw down to 3rd. In time. Cook retired to end the inning. Three more for Idaho, now up 8-0. Good defensive play, though.
Well, and a nice job. Macy Gonzalez behind the plate has been so good. Throws on the money, the tag. Let's see what they can do in the bottom half.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. It's been a big day for the kids from Boise, Idaho. Northwest Ada Little Leaguers. Let's look at the game track. Their offense has been producing up and down the lineup. They put 3 more on the board in the 6th inning.
And I just think, too, with how many runs they've been able to put up, the confidence that someone like Layla Gomez in the circle, I mean, it's incredible, right? The 5 innings pitched, just those 3 hits, no runs, that 1 strikeout. But to me, it's been the defense. I think they've been able to step up and make some incredible plays behind her. And when you score, it allows for you to take a breath. And right now, Idaho has 8. That has to feel pretty good going into the bottom of the 6th.
Some wholesale changes defensively here as they try to close the door. Davis is at second. Johnson is catching. As we look at our bracket here, Washington awaiting the winner tomorrow on ESPN. The Snohomish Little Leaguers impressive. It could be a rematch with the Idaho team. It's looking like it's going to be that way.
Ball's in.
Levens is now out there in left field. as Layla Gomez has done the job. Hasn't been a strikeout machine, but the defense around her has been fantastic.
Yeah, she hasn't needed to be. She really is. I mean, she's faced 19 batters. 12 of those batters have seen 2 pitches or less, and 14 of those batters have seen 3 pitches or less, which means they are swinging really early. But I look at the defensive piece for Idaho, being able to step up and make some clutch plays. These Idaho hitters have not really made Layla Gomez work in the circle because they are swinging so early, and I didn't know if maybe second time through the lineup, it's like, hey, let's see a pitch or two. Let's try to make her work. And she's just continued to cruise.
Olivia Carson leading things off here as Montana's down to their final 2 outs. Dial injured that last half inning, so she's out. Davis moves from catcher to second base. Johnson catching. Levin's now in left.
I love it, Rylan Adams. She throws her glove down. Hey, I got you. Running across the diamond, helping out her buddy.
That's a true teammate and a friend. We've some great relationships for these kids. Been together all through all-star play. Nice bounce back from Gomez after losing to Washington 6-0 her last outing. Carson right back through the middle, and a single to open up the inning. What a season for the Garden City Little Leaguers. Lost the first game of the state tournament, came back to win 2, beat Boulder, Arrowhead, and Billings to win a state title. Trying to keep their hopes alive here in the 6th inning.
Well, that leadoff base hit is exactly what you need if you are Olivia Carson. Really hoping the bottom half of this lineup here can kind of have that pass the bat mentality a little bit. And then on the flip side, honestly, Trey, if you're Idaho, you're searching and hunting for outs.
Kinsley Gilbertson, strike 1. Kinsley also plays volleyball. That's popped up. Cook. I mean, she's made the tough plays. She's made the routine plays. She's swung the bat well. What a star, number 55.
Yeah, she's done a really good job of being able to make the plays. I think that's what it comes down to. That layout play that she made where she had to get dirty was pretty awesome a couple innings ago.
Stella Philbrick now. Foul back. Idaho has out-hit Montana 12-4. And showing what they're capable of. They had a tough time against Washington, but everybody got involved in this lineup today.
No balls, 1 strike, play.
Gomez has that feel of a leader, doesn't she, out there?
She does, and just calm, cool, and collected out there. This next pitch mentality.
Liner, base hit to center. Montana will not go quietly. Philbrick, couple runners on now. Now trying to ruin the shutout opportunity. They're 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Simone McGuire at the plate. Her favorite thing about softball, crushing the ball.
Love it. Well, an opportunity with some ducks on the pond right now.
Mariners fan. 5 hits now for Montana. Here's the pitch from Gomez. Grounder to short. Adams to third. They get the lead runner. Good play there. And they are 1 out away. Idaho looking for a rematch with the Snohomish Little Leaguers from Washington tomorrow in the championship game on ESPN. Trying to close the door with Layla Gomez. Harper Davis coming up. High with that one. You've been right in this situation. You're so close. That last out can be tough sometimes.
Yeah, you can almost feel sometimes like your heart's pounding a little bit more. Not necessarily the pressure piece because they are up 8-0, but the excitement.
Grounder to first. Cook's got it. Takes it to the bag to end this one. A dominating win for Idaho as they move on to the Northwest Region Championship game. Congrats to Montana, state champs out of Missoula, but it was the Boise kids' day.
I mean, have yourself a day, Idaho. Listen, statement right out of the gate for this Idaho squad, scoring in the first inning and finding ways to continuously score throughout the ball game. You cannot go without saying Layla Gomez, what she was able to do. I mean, helping her buddy, rolled her ankle, Dial at first base. Gosh, what a game, Trey.
And they lift her up and excited about the rematch with the Snohomish Little Leaguers. It's all set. Coming up on ESPN, 1:45 Eastern Time from Houghton Stadium in San Bernardino. An impressive performance from Idaho. They have scored some big runs in this regional, knocking off Colorado and now knocking off this team to get themselves in position. Thanks to Danielle Laurie. I'm Trey Bender. Baseball tonight coming up next on the road to Greenville, North Carolina. We continue on here. Northwest and West Region play. So long for now.
Moved a runner or something.